Welcome, everyone, to the Tethys Shipyards. I am Takeshi Yamato, the Yardmaster, joining our host, the Housecoat Gamer.
Yo.
Today, we are taking a look at the Interstellar Condordium Heavy Cruiser. A slightly larger starship than its light cruiser counterpart, but it's still definitely similar in design. And looking by crew size, that looks like scale 5 because it's over 400.
Yep, 500 crew.
So scale 5.
The poster boat of the Interstellar Condordium. Also because it is the heavy cruiser, just like the D7, the Constitution, the Stormbird / and the list.
Possibly even the Excelsior, which would be this thing's scale counterpart.
Regardless, this is the poster ship of the fleet. And the ship most Interstellar Condordium captains want to command because, well, it's on the recruited posters.
Yeah.
Armed to the teeth for a ship of its size.
Yeah.
These ships are not as common as the more numerous light cruisers that most captains seem to get.
Vessel construction.
But it's still heavily armed, and it's still decent enough.
Yeah.
And when it fights its heavy cruiser counterparts from the other side, well, more often than not, thanks to the exceptionally long-range plasmatic pulsar device, it tends to win.
Yeah.
Combine that with ISC echelon eliminations, and it seems like this ship is almost unstoppable. But there's a problem with that.
Yes, and that problem is that the Interstellar Condordium picked a fight with everybody like a certain set of celestial idiots.
Well, the other problem is the ship is designed to work with other ships. It is effectively a command vessel, though.
Yeah, like I said, I am not. I drew the parallels when you mentioned how the general war ended up, and I am not giving up on that analogy. They really did behave like those idiots.
Well, stupid as a stupid does. But the primary weakness of this ship is that it has to work in a fleet. Because it has weaknesses. Many weaknesses.
Yeah.
And all of those weaknesses are covered by other ships, which have their own weaknesses. But are covered by the larger ship.
Yeah. So if you catch this ship by itself,
or you ambush it,
it's not gonna end well for it.
And while they suffered less than their light cruiser counterparts, the Interstellar Condordium was bled white thanks to the engine.
Yeah. So again, the remnants of the Interstellar Condordium are probably licking their wounds on the edges of the galaxy somewhere, and there's probably a decent number of wrecks of these starships in the battlefields of the General War, waiting for enterprising individuals to come across them and repurpose them for either private military purposes or cargo carrying purposes or what have you.
We serve the Concordium.
Because because the ISC is basically Starfleet's dark counterpart, and this means that their ships are just as versatile.
Versatile, but always needing support.
Yeah.
Unlike a Federation starship, which can operate on its own for ever.
Yeah. So,
Little fighters.
yeah. So, let's start getting into the stats for this thing. 2287 for a start year, that's 48 points. Scale 5 adds an extra one for 49. So, start with the basic stat spread of 8 and everything, and I've added the extra point into engines. So, comms 8, computers 8, engines 9, sensors 8, structure 8, weapons 8. Obviously, the first thing we're going to want to do is take comms and computers down to 7. That will free us up 2 extra points to work with.
I have no idea what to do with them.
Right. Well, I'll just put them in sensors and weapons, because this thing probably needs them. So, comms 7, computers 7, engines 9, sensors 9, structure 8, weapons 9.
She's not exactly... not exactly sure what to do about that. I mean...
Yeah. That works fine. It's nice and balanced. Comms and computers are at 7 as usual with these ISC ships as I've been working on them, but it's still pretty good. Anyway, departments. Just like the Connie, this thing is probably well balanced. So I would say copy the Connie specifically. So +1 in command, +1 in security, and +1 in science.
Reasonable.
Alright. So, weapons, we have disruptor banks, disruptor cannons, plasma torpedoes, the plasmatic pulsar device, and a strength 4 tractor beam. Now, descriptor talent, not descriptor. Descriptor trade is Interstellar Concordium starship. Space frame talents. Again, just like the light cruiser, rugged design doesn't really work. The Interstellar Concordium does not do simple, easy to fix designs.
The simplest design I have. Where is that? Here it is. Is the frigate.
Yeah.
Which may or may not have inspired certain other starships by Starfleet.
Yeah. Back to
Like
the heavy...
Condor, the Peregrine, and obviously the frigate.
Yeah. So... no rugged design. Secondary reactors might be good. Give this thing some extra some extra power gen.
Probably.
Alright, so... secondary... reactors... Maybe improved hull integrity?
That would probably be needed. Especially since, these warships.
Yeah.
They're going to be defense.
So improved hull integrity, secondary reactors. Let's round it off with fast targeting systems.
Vessel construction complete. We are the Interstellar Concordium.
So we have room for a profile talent and a free talent. And of course, special rules, we have the hyper-focused plasma torpedoes and the plasmatic pulsar device. Because, as usual, the heavier starships of the Interstellar Concordium do have the PPD, and Interstellar Concordium starships use the Red Death torpedo. I first heard it called that in a fanfic by a friend. And yeah. Anywho. Anywho, that pretty much is the heavy cruiser type starship.
Poster child of the Interstellar Concordium. Just like the Constitution, the D7, Tethys. And unfortunately, a target for everything in sight, because when you piss off every galactic power, why not demoralize them a little by blowing up the ship that is their flag?
Yeah, seriously, pulling a celestial being is painting a target on your butt. Not your back, your butt. Saying, kick me here hard.
Oh, you could shift that foot a little more forward.
Yeah, fair enough.
Nut shot.
Yes.
Bye-bye.